something. Hurry up. Well, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's doing okay. We're joined this evening by, and we're going to put her right up there in the corner so you're not focusing on my ugly butt. You're focusing on Jackie from Doxa. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, how are you? Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm excited to be on my first Watch Hangout.
Nice. Yeah, and hopefully not your last. We've got Jen, of course, the enabler is in here. Blake, Mark, Nate, and Mitch. We've got a couple of unboxings tonight from Mitch and Blake and Nate, I think, right? There you go. Yeah. Or do we have two unboxings from you, Nate?
Nate always has unboxings.
Oh, we have three.
He just has to reach down on the floor and grab another box.
That'll be the end. That'll be the big finale of the show, or the three unboxings from Nate. But we have a bunch of stuff to get to tonight. We're going to talk all about Doxa. What do you say, Jackie? We're going to get you indoxinated?
Yes, let's get everyone indoxinated. That's our plan this evening. You got to drink the juice and buy a Doxa at the end of this. I need more unboxings.
That's right.
After tonight, everybody's going to see the Kool-Aid that I've been drinking for a while now.
Oh, God. Here we go. We'll see who's in the chat real quick. Hello, Jackie. Uncle Precious says you're wearing his green next Doxa color. From Mitzi.
I don't know. Well, so Uncle Precious is my uncle. His real name is Bruce, but I started calling him Uncle Precious as a joke. So I'm wearing his green next Doxa. I don't know how Uncle Precious knows what I'm wearing this evening, but bizarrely enough, I am wearing
a green Doxa.
A green Doxa, sort of. My favorite army with the bronze bezel on the army.
Let me put you full green screen so people can see that really well. Oh, nice.
Nice.
But that
yeah,
patinaed bronze is what it's all about. So I love this with an all white look. So I decided to do something a little different this evening for you guys. So I am actually wearing a green Doxa. So
nice. Cool. Very cool. We've got Dee from Hobby of Ours in, stalking Jackie as always. Let's dive in.
We love when people are funny, you know?
Yeah. We got Kim O'Rourke, not the Doxa fashionably late. We've got Nerd with Swag is in. Christian is in. Good to see you here tonight. We've got, well, of course, Lonely Wrist. He's also on the panel. And we've got Nerd with Swag in. Let's see. Mitch, who's on the panel. Another one from D. The diamond will arrive when she is good and ready. Kimmy, okay. No idea what he's talking about, and I don't even want to know. We've got Outside the Dial from Jackie. Say, hey, Jackie.
Who else? Hello, that's your friend too.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. Let's see. We've got Caliber YQG. We've got R Theft. Hello, Jackie. And I think we got Mike Lewis. I think we're all caught up. Hello, panel. So let me ask you, Jackie, and I'll start the questions and then everybody can open it up and get going. But tell me, how did you decide to get into this in the first place? Get into the watch business? How did you choose Doxa? Did Doxa choose you? What happened?
Well, I think that the answer to the whole thing is the same for all of us, right? Watches kind of chose us. So whether it was an emotional attachment because you have a piece that's been passed down in your family, whether it's a story of your own that somehow you created and were part of, or the artistry of watchmaking, you know, it kind of chose us, right? So same thing for me. My dad was into watches and always has been. I mean, when I got this job, you would have thought like I was like the prodigal child. No offense to my little sister who is on here, and I'm sure she's gonna have a smart aleck comment for that one. But he was just so excited because he always loved watches. So maybe I got my love of watches from him. And a few years ago, I wasn't happy in my career. I felt like my soul was kind of being sucked out. And I was like, okay, I have all this luxury retail experience. I need to pivot within that range somehow. Maybe the watch world will accept me. But I thought it was going to be this like big climb from the bottom, starting as a sales associate again and working my way up. But thank God Doxa found me on LinkedIn, and it was kind of love at first sight. The CEO and I instantly knew that this was home. This was the right choice for both of us. And 2.5 years later, I'm still passionate and excited about the brand as if it's my first day working for them. So I'm thrilled to be a part of Doxa. I'm a diver myself. I'm an adventurer of all kinds. So this brand really spoke to all parts of me, my personal and professional life. And it's been just a super cool ride.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Now, what's the difference between doing luxury retail, kind of non-watch related, to moving strictly to watches?
So the biggest difference for me, which is the most beautiful thing to me about this industry, is the community vibe. So, you know, when my women's wear, makeup, fragrance career, I mean, I joke with people like we'd almost like do voodoo and like burn things, hoping that like our competitor will be destroyed, and we'd like hope for our competitors to not do well. And in the watch industry, there's such a community vibe. And like we kind of talked about in the pre-show, brands help each other to survive. Brands help each other to succeed. The authorized dealers, you would think that they would be kind of in competition, and they're not. They always have beautiful things to say about their competition. In fact, they're friends with their competition. And so for me, that's really what I was looking for, is this more human element in a world where we kind of lost that through social media. And, you know, and that's what I wanted, was community and just positive vibes. And you get a lot of that from the watch world.
So I will say hello to this particular viewer. That's my daughter. Hello.
Hello, daughter. Thank you.
And we want to say hello to Hoyer Monaco as well. Yeah, you know, that when I go to watch shows, and Blake will attest to this because he was at the last watch show with me here in Austin, when you go to the after events with the brands, it's pretty amazing to watch all of them get together and talk, and there is no animosity, and there is no I'm here to break you and all that stuff. It really is a community and a family.
It feels like it too.
Yeah. So I totally agree with that. Blake, you have a question?
No, sorry.
Well, that was a big help.
I have a question. Yeah, I have a question, Robert. When you went to
here we go.
When you went to the after party at the watch show with Blake, was the facility like wider than my arms are? Because I just know at Watch Time New York, Blake took us out to a very fun.
I didn't select that. That was Oris. Not my problem. But yes, we were.
Yes, it was Giant Brewery,
and I mean, we could have fit probably watch time inside of that.
Totally.
Yeah, we were all laying under the taps. It was fantastic.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so it was just us that got the second tier treatment from Mr. Ray.
Well, that's what you get from New York City. You come to Austin, we take care of you.
That is being handed down by Oris. So, you know, I saw that they just flew a bunch of like my friends out to like Vail or something for skiing. You know,
yes, to do the new
the
new sector dial or target dial or whatever.
And then here we are in a little frickin' dive bar.
Wait, I thought we were your only friends.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You're
so Blake finally admits that he has other friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
So who else has the next question for Jackie? Go ahead, Mitch.
As a resident exiled New Yorker, I'll be obnoxious enough to ask the loaded question.
I can't wait. I'm ready. My guns are
talking about all of this love and camaraderie. How long is that going to last, given the problems in the economy and the data that indicates that the market has been slowing down? I'm just curious. At some point, will watches become like women's cosmetics?
Okay, so that's a great question. And I think that the watch industry has already shown its colors through World War I, World War II, the Great Depression, the quartz crisis. So, of course, in times of economic downfall, some brands are unfortunately going to be lost in it. It's just going to happen. But for the most part, the watch industry, even in those times, especially from what I understand in Switzerland, really came together and tried to find ways to make it work, keep the brands alive, keep the people working. Even right now, I know in Switzerland, many of the biggest brands, I mean, you've talked about a few of the brands just this evening, have laid off over 40% of their staff starting 2 years ago, or they're on kind of furlough type treatments. So it's already happening. It's a sad thing, but all of the brands do their part where they can. We did a little bit this winter. We did a gift to a charity in Switzerland that helps people who are working in the watch industry that are disabled. So we paid several mini paychecks through the month of December to help support that. So all the brands, even the smallest ones, we are all doing something to help alleviate the pain across the board, especially in Switzerland. So yeah, it's going to be a sad next couple of years watching a few people that we love, maybe some newcomers to the game, maybe some older brands have to, take their final bow. But for the most part, I think that the watch industry has shown for over 100 years that we're all in it together and we're all only as strong as the other ones are.
It's too bad Rolex is going to have to take a bow,
Usually moms just ask you to call. Your mom, Jackie, is asking for a watch. So
I know she's watched too many of my negotiations and too many of my business deals. She came with a hard negotiation after the Hobby of Hours interview that I did with me for a watch. So, we're going to have to get her indoctrinated too. Don't worry. Mom's unboxing.
Yeah.
What's mom's Doxa of choice?
I don't know. That's a good question, Mom. What was your Doxa choice? She gave me 2 the other day, but I don't remember what she said now.
Karen, you have her send you both, and then you send one to me, and then we're all taken care of. There we go. There's my negotiation skills. Helgestrand, member chat for 5 months. What a great guest and panel. Doxa is on my want list. We hope you get one. By the way, we will be racing at the end of the show, so any super chats or member chats will get you into the race. You can also join the channel. That gets you into the WhatsApp group and all of that stuff. You can also gift memberships, and that will also get you into the race this evening. Helgestrand is the first one in. So next question from anybody. Mark? Jim?
Sure. So when I was a kid, because I'm old, I used to watch Jacques Cousteau. And I distinctly remember some of him and some of his divers wearing Doxa. I didn't really fully comprehend what they were, but they were different looking. They were Doxa watches. And I've seen IWC do the Jacques Cousteau Aqua Timer, series. But does Doxa have any plans or any way to make that more of a connection with the brand?
So that's a question that I can't give a lot of color to. I guess what I can say is that we would love to be more connected to his legacy. We would love to even use him more in the advertising and keep that story alive in a more honoring way than we're able to right now. But that's just kind of the landscape that we're in, since he's not around anymore to call the shots. We did do a carbon a couple years ago with Aqualung, which used to be one of his companies. But then I think Aqualung even went into a bankruptcy, but then was bought last summer by a European hedge fund. So we need to kind of let that balance out and figure out what's happening there before we can try to explore again, trying to keep Mr. Cousteau's legacy alive in a huge way. And we would love to make it a bigger part of our DNA, like how Clive Cussler is a huge part of our DNA. Yeah. So, Jacques,
it would be cool.
Open up that conversation. We're here.
What's your favorite Doxa ever made that isn't in the current lineup?
I think that I would have to say You know what? Actually, I have a really good answer because I was going to do kind of a little bit of a cop-out answer, and it was the truth. But I'll save that for another day when I'm not sharp. My favorite Doxas actually were the pocket watches from the early 1900s. I know Blake and I went down a funny rabbit hole of pocket watches. I liked the more PG versions, and some of that part of our history. I really, really love our early 1900s history. I think it's just so incredible. So there's a couple of Doxa pocket watches that I definitely have my eyes on, and a few earlier pieces with like moon phases. Yeah, the Milan Grand Prix 1905 winner right there. So that would be a kind of a holy grail piece for me in a way.
We want to thank Ryan Hofrey for the $2 super chat. You seem kick-ass, Jackie O. Keep going. Great panel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We'll
Love
get you in the race as well.
Yeah, and actually, you know what?
Mitch.
Chris Jackson had also a really great question that we should go back to after Mitch's question.
Okay. Well, first of all, let me get Mitch's here. $5 super chat. You're on the panel. You don't have to super chat a question, Mitch.
Oh, what the heck?
Can you talk about any upcoming Doxa pieces, especially non-dive watches?
What I can tell you is that our current CEO, Jan, who has been the CEO of Doxa for about 5 years now, he is all in on the water. So he feels like the water is our home. That's where we belong. And we are not coming out of the water. So we've had opportunities to do pilot watches, to do watches for like race car drivers and things of that nature. And Jan turns down all of the opportunities. So non-diver is going to be non-existent in Doxa for the foreseeable future. And then the second part of the question, can we talk about any pieces? So I guess that kind of covers it. There's no chance for a non-diver in Doxa.
And here's Chris Jackson's question. To add to that comment, would Doxa ever consider a lower cost option, maybe with a high accuracy Swiss quartz movement?
Okay, cool. So that's a great question that I've never had before. So thank you, Chris, for that one. And thank you for joining us this evening. And hopefully your lovely wife, Renee, is there learning more about Doxa, because I know that's her favorite sport. So quartz movements, we actually were selling quartz movements in Eastern Europe until basically the last 2 or 3 years. I think we stopped that production. So when Mr. Cousteau passed away in the early 80s, basically Doxa kind of left America because he wasn't around for US divers and he had the distribution rights in America. So I like to call it our sleeping phase. Like we kind of went to sleep, came back to Europe, and at that time, the Aubrey family found it to be more profitable to sell cocktail and dinner style watches that are more reminiscent of what we were doing in like the 1920s to the 1940s, even into the 1950s with Doxa and Eastern Europe. And that was just kind of where we sat. So there are some of those unicorn pieces still left out there. There was a decent amount of them made and in production. But again, kind of to the point of Mitch's question before, Jan wants us to be an automatic watch company and in the water. So I don't foresee a quartz movement coming out anytime soon, but you never know. Jan's full of surprises and he's fun and he likes to try new things. So, you know, today we're not doing it. Tomorrow we will. Today we belong in the ocean. Tomorrow we belong in the sky. I don't know. I just roll with the punches and make it happen.
Your mother's answered you. She wants a great white or a turquoise with 2 straps.
Oh yeah, the great white is what she wants. And I was like, Mom, it's a limited edition. It was sold out in 5.5 hours. Like, on what planet do you think I can get you a great white?
What's the turquoise with 2 straps?
Turquoise should probably do good in a 200T because she has tiny wrists.
Yeah.
And we do have another super chat from My Watch channel. Doxa is a genuine, unapologetic dive instrument, useful bezel, easy to read dials, all one needs. Yes, I dive. Great panel.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
So with the advent of dive computers and all of that stuff, I mean, you're a diver as well. You still take a watch down with you, don't you?
Absolutely, 150%. So I've had the pleasure in this job of meeting so many cool people, from just watch enthusiasts up to people who train the U.S. Navy and the SEALs on diving techniques. And one of these gentlemen, Mr. Bob Collins, is one of the most respected dive masters in the world. He's like a celebrity in his own little right. He has his own YouTube channel. He's just beyond impressive what he does at his age and continues to do. And he says that it's paramount to have a dive watch every single time you dive, because what happens if you're 90 feet down and the computer goes out? You still need to have some way of tracking time. It's great to have that no decon bezel with you, because then that way, if you need to do a decompression stop, you now know if you need one, you don't need one, can you get back up? It's just always good. In diving, there's no such thing as too many safeties. There's 20 billion things that can go wrong. And diving can be a very safe sport, but it could be a very, very dangerous sport, and things go wrong quickly and you don't have much time. So to like get out of a bad situation. So yes, it's paramount to dive with a watch. I mean, honestly, I only have ever dove with a automatic watch. I've never even bought a dive computer myself.
And a watchman that actually uses a dive watch. There you go. There was, there's what I was looking for. Discuss the upcoming LEs. I understand one West Coast AD LE will be very unique.
Okay, Todd, I'm proud of you for coming on and trying to trick me into this one. What can I give you? I had a good one for the Hobby of Hours show, but then no one pushed me on that one. Okay, so one of my ADs on the West Coast is going to make a unique limited edition. I believe it's going to come out in June or July. I'm really excited about this piece. They really pushed us to not a new level necessarily, but they've kind of taken one of our cases that isn't as loved and done a little bit of a cool rendition to make it a little more interesting. This watch is also very specifically made for people in the military, and very, very specifically one particular branch. So it's going to be something that you've seen but not seen in Doxa. It's going to have maybe a little bit of a different finishing on the case, and that's all I'm going to give you for now.
Question from our friend Vimal: can we expect a titanium or ceramic Doxa?
Well, we already have a ceramic Doxa. The sub 300 beta Shark Hunter is ceramic with 18 karat gold. So that already exists in the collection. Titanium. Okay, D, you're really, really, really dreaming tonight. The titanium 250T GMT. I hate to tell you, that's probably never going to happen. But I love that you're dreaming. It's important to dream because you never know. And it's also important to write to Doxa once a year and let them know your personal opinion. But I will say that Doxa is looking to expand. We are going to have a play with some more materials in the next few years. We've had a few watches in the pipeline that I've seen that Jan has had a play with. So, just stay on the ride. See what we come out with.
Like, if you go through the website and you start looking at like any of the references or the models, like, you have so much fun in the customization. You can choose like a ceramic inlay or a steel inlay. You can choose the dial. You should just go all out and just be like steel or titanium, every watch. Boom. That'd be crazy. Of course, the titanium would be like $1,000 more expensive, but whatever.
So we want to remind you that a little bit after 9 o'clock, we'll start the unboxings. So we want you to get those upvotes in. Plenty of upvotes for our unboxings tonight. We've got 5 of them in total. So we got lots of unboxings. Also remind you that we will have a race at the end of the show. So all of your member chats and so on and so forth will get you in the race. Jen, you're up next. What's your question?
Okay. So speaking of diving, we have the Olympics coming up. Have you guys ever thought of being a sponsor to the Olympic dive team?
Okay, so that's a cool question. There is a couple of dive teams, like free diving teams, that have reached out to us to sponsor, and of course we want to help the community in any way we can. Free diving is a little bit different. The diving they do in the Olympics is a little bit different than scuba diving, so the need for the watch isn't entirely there. But I will tell you that something that's been Doxa's ethos since the first owner, Mr. George Ducommun, in the early 1900s, is that we're giving a lot of watch for a really great value. So my watches have similar and same movements to, especially Breitling uses a lot of the same movements as us, and the comparable watches are double to triple the price. So that's a long way to say that we keep really tight margins on our pieces. So while we want to help and support and sponsor and all these things, it's just not always feasible with our marketing budget, because we're trying to give the best to the end consumer who's actually wearing and loving the watch, rather than making y'all pay a little bit more so that we can sponsor a dive team that maybe doesn't even care about our watches, you know? Not to throw shade on any other brand that does that, because everyone has their place and purpose, but you know, with Doxa, that's just kind of our thing. But also, as far as I know, we were never like reached out to do something like that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that we're always willing to explore. So, you know, I don't know, Olympic dive teams, if y'all want to watch, let us know. D would buy it in Highland Green if you want to go with that colorway.
We've got Nate down there at the bottom. Nate, you have some questions.
Yeah, actually, and I'd like to pivot a little bit to sort of the business of doing what you do within a watch brand. Doxa, unlike a lot of other brands, really has a range of prices out there. I know that some of the lesser expensive ones really start just over $1,000, and they go all the way up to 8,000 plus with I guess the ceramic watches with the 3N gold. Given that you guys use a pretty broad, authorized dealer network, do you think of yourselves? I mean, again, from going from $1,000, which is sort of Tissot price range, all the way up to $8,000, which is, I would used to say, pushing into Speedmaster territory, but I guess that's no longer the case these days. But we'll just say, into the Omega and, kind of Tudor territory.
Mm-hmm.
I know you mentioned Breitling and the fact that they use a lot of the same movements that Doxa does, and at a 2X or a 3X price. And I know you mentioned that everybody's all playing nice and friendly, but where does Doxa see itself sort of within the range of, mechanical watch brands and luxury brands? Who do you view yourself as, cross shopping?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of people are cross shopping Doxa with these others? Since you are at some of the same authorized dealers that carry Omega, carry Tudor, carry Rolex. I know you guys have a relationship with Watches of Switzerland and Mayors, and within all of that mess was a question generally. So
okay, I think I got your question out of that. So, in college we had to do SWOT analysis, right? And it's like figuring out the strengths and weaknesses and looking at your competition and that sort of thing. So the fun thing about Doxa is that we really don't have competition, because there's no one at our level. There's no one doing what we're doing. And as I said, with our margins and the way that we do our business, no one can really compete with us. And someone who's buying a Tissot is not going into an authorized dealer and buying a Tissot and a Doxa, most likely, right? They're buying a Tissot because normally more the price point is the driving factor. Whereas if someone goes into like a Watches of Switzerland, or some of our boutiques or our authorized dealers that have like Rolex or maybe Cartier or, nicer Omegas or any of those other fantastic higher end brands, they might, and it does happen a lot, that they'll take let's call it the Rolex for this argument's sake, but then they need a watch for the boat, or they don't feel safe going to Europe with their Rolex anymore. So they need a Swiss movement that gives them that heritage feeling, that gives them that quality that they're loving from their more expensive watches. And they do pivot to Doxa. We saw that in a huge way when the 200T came out. Everyone wanted a Doxa because they don't feel safe traveling anymore. And quite frankly, I travel a lot for this job. So I tend to sit, closer to first class, in first class. I get bumped up all the time. I'm in airport lounges. And normally when gentlemen see my wrist, if they recognize the watch, they'll be like, is that a Doxa? Or they'll be like, that's a really cool watch. Why do you have that on? And so it opens up that conversation. And I'll tell them, I feel safe running around Miami or New York City in my Doxa, even my $8,000 Doxa that has gold on it. Or, I don't wear the 200T with the diamond bezel. That's almost an $11,000 watch that we came out with. But, I feel safe in that $8,000 Doxa, whereas my big boy watch, I only wear that if I'm getting in an Uber, getting dropped off at dinner, and coming straight home because I don't want to be a target. So Doxa has this bizarre niche between like the heritage, the price point, let's call it the clout in the enthusiast community. So you're still getting that clout in some sort of way without wearing, a high-end piece.
So just sort of to follow up on that, since again, the price points range from, again, 1,000 up to, I guess, the 11,000. I haven't seen the $11,000 diamond one on the website.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to sell it to you, honey. What do you think I came on here for?
I have been told that I am a gem set client. So
Yes, you are.
Really, everybody? I got to get it from everybody. That's fine. No, I'm not wearing anything with a diamond bezel tonight.
So you're a diamond in the rough.
There you go. So, but on a related note, has Doxa contemplated, again, it is, from the beginning of the collection to the end of the collection, regardless of price, these are all what I would just call like professional watches. I mean, whether you're diving or not, these are tool watches, they're luxury watches at the same time. Has Doxa contemplated doing full precious metal watches? Is that something that we can see as you continue to expand and go up market with those $8,000+ watches?
They did.
Well, if you remember, we did a major marketing stunt. I believe it was in 2021, and we made 13 solid gold watches. So
I know I've tried to find one of them on the secondary market. It's not the easiest hunt down.
No,
but is there a contemplation of going into a true production on those kinds of watches?
There probably is not, because it's just not our customer. Our customer wants the watch that they can beat up. That's what we're known as in the industry, is the watch that can take a beating, that you can do anything in. So the precious metals, it's a fun novelty, but also with the prices of gold now, it's just insane to consider moving into that space. So I would say that out of all your all's little checklists of what materials is Doxa doing next, I think we can bring gold a little bit lower on that list. But it's not to say that it would never be done, but it's just not, it's not a utilitarian, like there's no utility purpose really. You don't need an all gold watch to go diving. So I think that sort of mentality seems to always trump in Doxa's mind, and in especially Jan's mind, is like, is this really having a utility to a diver? Yes or no? Then worrying about pushing into a new price point. But the ceramic, lost my words, sub 300 beta Shark Hunter with the gold, to your point, that $8,000, now it's an $8,000 piece. When I started 2 years ago, it was only like a $6,500 piece. But that was a move for us because retailers like Siddiqui in the Middle East and like Watches of Switzerland needed a higher price point from us. So that was kind of our move to a little bit bridge that gap. But, people still want the 300T and the sub through 200s, and they want what they want, and it doesn't seem to be those higher price point pieces.
So we have a super chat from George, actually a couple of them real quick. $2. IWC and Doxa. One is a winner. I'll finish your sentence, George. One is a winner and the other is IWC. Because Jackie, what would you say owning one IWC is one too many? As you can tell, George Varghese.
Someone time George out, please.
No. You don't need to be
George,
timed.
that's it. I'm going to buy more IWCs. You've convinced me.
And of course, Bob bringing up the Jacques Cousteau, famously wore several iconic dive watches, including the Doxa Sub 300. And,
well, actually, to correct there, Jacques Cousteau wore the Sub 300T. He owned it in Professional, which is our own orange Pantone, and he owned it in Shark Hunter, which is our black Pantone. And his son exclusively wore the Sub 300T Shark Hunter, so he also had one. But Jacques Cousteau also did have a Seamaster.
Ploprof. Yeah.
Sorry?
He had a Ploprof, and then he had an IWC Aqua Timer.
Yeah.
As well.
But, he joined Doxa's research and development team in 1964 and made Doxa the premier dive watch in the entire world and the safest one, and pushed us to create the no decompression bezel and the helium escape valve and figure out that orange was the most legible color underwater. So, there's only one Doxa.
There you go.
There you go. Captain would like us to pull up some pictures of some of these Doxas. Blake, can you pull up a few just to?
Yeah.
And I'll
We'll
pull
just,
up. We'll share your screen
Can
when
we,
you get
can
those
we go
pulled up.
back to a comment? Are you saying that Doxa invented the helium escape valve?
So Doxa did in part with Rolex. So the story goes that an engineer from Doxa and an engineer from Rolex were buddies, and they would, I guess, go have a beer after work and tinker on the weekends. And together they created the helium escape valve and the, I guess, technology, we can call it, around that. And in 1968, we came out with the first watch with the helium escape valve, the Sub 300T Conquistador. So it's the first watch that was ever sold to the grand public with a helium escape valve. And because at that time, maybe Rolex had a little more money than us, they went ahead and patented it. And then in 1969, they came out with their watch to the public with the helium escape valve. So,
and it's amazing that you could have a helium escape valve and not an ugly wart at 10 o'clock for some strange reason. Don't you agree, Mark?
I love the word.
Yeah. Again from George, $5. Jackie, would you say finding 100 IWCs at the bottom of the ocean is a good start?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't really think about IWC that much, although my old colleague really wanted, I think it's called a Portofino. And I mean, it is a beautiful watch, but I don't get it. I don't get IWC. And I know that their customers are starting to have a little bit of resentment towards them based on their marketing spend to point something else out again. So I don't know.
If there's ever any question which brand Jacques Cousteau wore the most, I think this says it all. And then this is another one. So I've been doing some Doxa lurking.
That's awesome. So we're not even allowed. I've never even seen that image, Blake. I guess we're not allowed to use that one. But you are, because you are not Doxa.
I'll get my cease and desist later.
Yeah.
And then this is a cool one too. This kind of shows the patent here for the decompression scale.
Mm-hmm. I love that rendering. That was so cool. Blake's been on like a major, I think he's been on like just a nonstop Doxa deep dive since we met like a year and a half ago. And the rabbit hole just gets deeper and wider every time he looks into it. And he just finds the coolest things.
Yeah. I mean, something that sticks out to you is like, obviously Doxa is a Swiss brand and Doxa means glory in Greek, but like, George Dukeman, when he started Doxa, was like 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was like, that is like the American dream to be an entrepreneur, like hustler. And yeah, that's just crazy. But yeah, I'll get the website up now. Sorry.
So yeah, Mr. Ducommun started watchmaking at 12 years old. He had to help his family. So he was one of 13 kids. His dad passed away early on. And so his mom needed the oldest kids to start working. So at 12 years old in the winter times, he would be apprenticing and learning how to make watches. And that turned into very quickly the brands at that time fighting over his complications in the spring when he would come down from the mountains. And then that turned into, by the age of 21, he opened his own business, made his own cases, put his movements into those cases, and Doxa was created. And Doxa as a brand has hundreds, if not thousands, of patents from the early 1900s for all different types of things that aren't even relevant anymore, like pieces to alarm clocks and car dash kind of shocks for your watch, the 8-day wind, along with many other things. George, I'm glad that I could tickle your fancy this evening. I'm just here to please everyone that I possibly can.
And quick from Vimal, which Doxa did Matthew McConaughey wear in fool's gold?
I didn't know.
I don't know.
It's a 750T.
He did in fool's gold. I know that in Sahara he wore a 300T, and I saw someone else's comment about that not being comfortable earlier. But I mean, literally the 300T has been our best-selling watch since 1968 when it came out. So I think there's like hundreds of thousands of people in the world that disagree that it is actually a comfortable case and watch. I mean, the army that I have on right now is the 300T, just with a little bit of different coloring.
Yeah, I think it was a 750T. Because one of them went up for auction like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, like the screen worn version.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, could be wrong, but all right. So Doxa website. You want to walk us through the collection? I think that might be valuable.
Okay, so opening price point is the sub 200. This watch was actually our oldest case. So this case originally came out in 1961. Fun fact, the case came from the same factory that Omega was buying cases from, and most specifically the Rolex Submariner. So once you say that, you kind of can see a little bit of similarities in the case here. But yeah, sub 200, it's a 42 millimeter, wears more like a 40 millimeter. So with all Doxas, it's great to try them on because there is an optical illusion, and they do wear really well to the wrist.
Bring up the yellow dial, Blake, before you leave. Before you leave that, bring
Your
up
wish
the yellow
list.
dial.
Are you letting my mom know what watch you want? Because
No, that's I'm letting the Doxa Mermaid know what watch I want. Thank you. No, not that one. The other one.
You want that? Yeah, okay.
oh, good.
Yes.
You want the full stainless steel bezel? That's my favorite. But
There you go.
Cool.
people
I
still
would like the teal one, so just putting it out there.
the teal is mermaid approved. I have been wearing my 600T lately in aquamarine. In Switzerland, they don't know what teal means. Whenever I say that to them, they freak out. And I taught them a new word, and I was like, oh, I thought teal was a pretty universal name for a color. It's not.
I have something for the web team. So like if you start clicking through some of them, you see the pictures here.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually it's like, oh, bloop, bloop, bloop. Web team.
That's interesting.
Web team. This one's absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
That green dial is amazing. So you can move on, Blake. I just wanted to bring up the yellow dial because that's the one I really like.
Oh my God.
Really like.
George is out of control. Jackie, which Doxa would you suggest for someone who has IWCs?
Oh my God.
IWC-itis is what.
Itis.
George, all of them. There's your answer. All of them.
Yeah, every single one would be great, especially Blake. Could you pull up that 200T diamonds?
Oh,
yeah.
And you know what, George? I know that your favorite colors are pink and teal. So I would be willing to make a one-of-a-kind piece for you with the pink mother of pearl and 13 aquamarine stones for your indices. That's what we could do if you had items.
Wow. Threaten him with a good time. Be careful saying that.
This is Nate approved right here. Nate approved.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, it needs more ice. I'm looking for a fully iced out bracelet and case to go along with that.
Don't worry, we can do that too, brother. Just get that money ready and I will get you a full ice.
And invoice
Tell the
coming
fools
after,
to keep super chatting.
and invoice coming after the stream.
Yeah, directly after the stream. I'm actually typing it right now as we speak.
Perfect.
If it goes up for auction, Nate might buy it by accident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
That's true. Nate has a habit of doing that. Like,
Okay, and who is Captain 6368? Do you all know who this is?
yeah, that's the cap. Yeah, absolutely. Let me find.
That's Captain. He's 68.
He must know that irks me when people call it Tiffany blue, because it actually was not a Tiffany. Tiffany blue wasn't coined until the 80s. So Doxa had aquamarine and our Pantone for about 20 years in production before Tiffany ever had Tiffany blue. So fun fact about that one.
It's pretty awesome.
So there you go. The original, my friend.
No, this is
Money
the
language.
sorry.
What?
Sorry. We're on the 200T.
200T is my smallest case, 39 millimeters, new to the collection in 2024. Oh no, we don't like 39 millimeters.
Boo.
He doesn't.
Mark has a 14.5-inch wrist.
I have a 7.5-inch wrist.
Oh my gosh.
He wants like 47 millimeters or up.
Okay, well we got a 45 by 47 lug to lug, so we got you, Mark. Don't worry about it. But I agree. I'm a big watch girl, so I've never had anything under 41 millimeters. So for me, this is too small. But it serves its purpose, and everyone has a different preference. So it's great that we can serve all preference types.
Yeah. Well, and you're very, very similar to Mark because Mark is a big watch girl too.
See?
Absolutely.
That all sounds like something that Teddy Baldassar would say.
Here you go, Mark. This is your big boy right here.
Would
Oh
you
my
rather
God.
be a Steeler
George.
fan or wear an IWC?
George,
That's for
This is
George.
where I'm gonna lose
Oh.
all of your love and respect.
Uh-oh.
I have a vintage Steelers jacket from my grandfather that I got when he passed away. And I was indoctrinated on Steelers my entire life. So I would choose the Steelers fan 100% a million times with all the pleasure in the world.
Well, Mark, you have a new girlfriend.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh no, did I just win him? Should I go get
Yes,
my jacket?
you
and
won.
put it on
You
for
won, Mark.
Absolutely.
Or Mark, did I lose George in the process?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, but
George,
again,
George is
no great loss.
George is a 49ers fan.
George, holler at us with $9.99 if you like the Steelers.
So, sub 200 C graph or chronograph.
Oh, I like that.
These are
too,
nice.
These are big boys. These are 45s.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Wow.
the
Fair, I'd
chronographs,
take one of those too.
sad news, take it now. Most of them are actually already sold out. I know it doesn't say it on the website, but if we click on some of them, they will tell you that they're already, like see this one, contact us. It means doesn't exist anymore. So the chronographs are going to sleep. They had their last dive. So if someone is just absolutely dying for one, please contact me directly and I'll see if there's some magic I can work, but most likely it's safe and E.
Yeah. R.I.P.
And that's for all the chronographs you guys do?
Yes. So for both of them.
Yeah.
So chronograph 2 and the regular chronograph, the 200T graph re-edition for 130th birthday is sold out. So no chronographs for us.
This is a hot one right now.
Yep. GMT just came out April last year with the skeleton hand to wink back at the 1,000 units that were made in 2006 as a limited edition run. We also came out, click on the Shark Hunter Vintage for me, please, Blake. Down, middle. There you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So this is a special colorway, and you'll notice this one has the vintage GMT hand, not the
Oh, yeah.
skeleton. So this is something really special only for this collection. And in person, this color is phenomenal. It's like amber, copper, silver, black, brown. And as you move the dial, you just get a hint of all of those colorways. It's really, really a fantastic.
Does it kind of fume out to the...
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of smoky
Yeah.
vibes.
That's cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's really nice. We've got Duco in the house. Sorry if this is known, but does Doxa have a quick adjust clasp?
On the
Yeah.
200T. Yeah. And some of them.
So almost half the collection is what I like to call the modern clasp. So you've got a full
I think you got to make her big.
extension. Maybe make me big for a second.
Robert,
What?
make her big for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Robert, stop doing your taxes.
No, I'm trying to run the show. Sorry about that.
He's trying to
Modern clasp, wetsuit extension,
Okay.
7 micro adjusts, which are super nice in between seasons, or if you're on a plane and things get a little bit tight. So that's the modern clasp. Retro clasp, as I like to call it, and is a little more clunky. It does, of course, have the dive suit extension, but yeah, it's not as easily adjusted as the modern adjust clasp.
pasta extension.
Yeah. And what is can you get the modern adjust clasp on any of the watches or just on the rubber strap?
No, that's a great question. So it comes on specific collections. So for example, the sub 300T on both rubber and stainless steel is going to have the modern clasp, whereas the sub 300 is only going to have the retro clasp. Sub 200Ts are modern clasps. 750T is a modern clasp. Everything on rubber has a modern clasp. And then the sub 200, which is the entry price point watch, sub 300 are both, and sub 600T are on the retro class. So
Okay.
whatever class it's on, you have to stick with that. There's no way to mix and match bracelets because everything has an integrated strap. And some of the pieces you'll see there's like a stair stepping of the links. The 300T is a great example of that. You can see how that first link is a bit wider and goes down. Whereas on the sub 300, it's kind of just a straight down look. So they all have a little bit of a different design, which also leads to why you can't mix and match straps. But there is a little secret that a Doxa fanatic taught me this week on accident. Apparently, on the sub 300, you can buy the 300T bracelet. I think it's that way. You can buy the 300T bracelet, buy in links for the sub 300 specifically, because the 300T in links will be too high for a sub 300. And you can put the 300T bracelet onto a sub 300 that way if you want the modern clasp. I mean, in my opinion, it looks a little wonky because I'm just so used to looking at the watches the way that they are, but it works. So there is that little side note. You know, good thing you guys came on the live. You learned something new.
Yeah.
There you go. We've got Thomas Burnett. Jackie, I tried on the ceramic sub 300 beta Dubai at Dubai Watch Week Limited, one of 11, with the burgundy dial and fell for it. I don't have any money to buy it. Will Doxa release this watch again? From Thomas,
No.
10 pounds. We appreciate the support and appreciate you staying up until the middle of the night in England to watch us. Thank you, Thomas. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. That's super cool. And unfortunately, no, that was one of 11. It was something really special that the Siddiqui family came up with. So unless another retailer comes up with the same concept, different dial, because we never make the same dial twice unless it's for each retailer. So for example, that Siddiqui kind of cherry red, it's their color. No other authorized dealer in the world can use that, and Doxa will never use that color. So that's something special about the limited editions. Or for example, topper with the great white, we will not allow anyone to do those same Pantones and same lume again on a watch. So it's something that you'll just have to watch out for with them. Maybe they'll do another one. I don't know. But I can tell you nothing that I know of in the works right now with a full ceramic case.
And again, another 5 from George. Jackie, thank you for the info and laughs. Friends don't let friends wear IWC. George, we thank you for joining us tonight and bringing your IWC hate with you. So go ahead, Blake. Continue with bring up one of the other things. Let's talk about what we have on offer.
So we just went through the 300T pretty much, right?
So the OG of the brand, like we discussed earlier, Jacques Cousteau owned it in professional orange and Shark Hunter black that are right there on the top. Flat sapphire crystal, first watch in the world with the helium escape valve. So even though I saw someone else in the comments kind of say something about a helium escape valve isn't really needed in diving, it's kind of true, depending on how deep you're going to go. I mean, it's safer to have it the deeper you go so it doesn't shatter the sapphire crystal. But I would tend to agree that the helium escape valve is a little bit more for nostalgia purposes than some sort of major use.
Is there any way you could make it like a wart coming off at?
Yeah, I'm all about doing one-to-one. So contact me after the show, and I'll see what I can do. You know what? I'm actually in a pottery class right now. Maybe I can make a wart for you, and then like just shove it onto the watch. Really make something special, limited edition for you.
Yeah, just super glue it to the side of the case.
It's the head award.
Just don't go diving with it. I'm not certifying it for a dive.
It's a terrible idea, Mark. The Doxa already has a lawsuit against Seiko for copying their watch design with the turtle. You don't want to leave them open to a suit from Omega. Just stop it.
Do you think Omega would notice?
I do.
Oh yeah. Omega will notice. I mean, Doxa, Blake can attest to it. Within 24 hours of something happening, I already know it. And if we already know it that quickly as Doxa, Omega's got people scouting that stuff all the time.
So this has been the Clive Cussler couple of watches you've done have been, I guess, one of your most popular since they came out, right?
Yeah, it has. So this one is in honor of Mr. Cussler. We talked about him a little bit earlier. So American author. He was also an adventurer at heart. All 81 of the shipwrecks that he found in real life are on the back here. His foundation, the Numa Foundation, gets a percentage of proceeds for every single one of these watches sold. So it's called a special edition, meaning it will not be a part of the collection forever, but it's not limited. Because of the charity aspect, they all are numbered, making them a little bit more special. And obviously they come in this kind of book casing. They have the weathered aged stainless steel look to them. So it looks like they came from a shipwreck, and red on obviously the crown, the bezel, and then in the dates, you'll see that that 15 is in red. So 7/15/31 is Mr. Cussler's birth date. So within that watch, 7, 15, and 31 are in red to honor Mr. Cussler. All the other numbers are in black. So there's a few other little like fun nuggets and pieces about this watch. It is aged stainless steel, not titanium. And it's a super, super special and interesting piece to the Doxa collection.
Is the crown in red too?
So the crown has the Yenny fish in red. Yes.
Okay.
All right,
That's
we'll
very
do the 300 now.
And while you're doing that, we just want to remind you that, of course, we will have a race at the end of the show, so get into that when you can. We also just have 30 upvotes. We've got almost 70 of you watching, so please upvote. And we would like that because we've got a bunch of unboxings to end the show tonight before the race. So get those upvotes in for our very cool unboxings. 5 of them coming up. So just
my
to let
gosh,
y'all know.
wow.
Okay, go ahead. Continue, Jackie.
So Sub 300 came out in 1965. It was kind of our first real diver. It has that dome sapphire crystal because, of course, we didn't create the helium escape valve yet. This one's considered, the Sub 300 and the Sub 300T are considered the OGs. So it's kind of a personal opinion on which one is really the real OG, let's say. But this one has a cost certified movement and is obviously a super special piece, with that dome sapphire crystal bringing more of that kind of 60s heritage back to life. And then even cooler than this watch, in my opinion, is the carbon version. If we can jump over to that.
Yeah. Sorry,
So
I'm like the worst at this.
The watch is 3.06 ounces. The heaviest part of this watch is the clasp. So the forged carbon makes it super lightweight. You can't even feel it on your wrist. It also has a cost certified movement and just full fun Doxa functionality. And of course, the white is the only full loom dial in our whole collection.
Sexy.
So
Right.
good.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what else we got here. So beta.
Yeah, the
Wait,
least loved
Wait,
Doxa.
I'm sorry. What was the price point on the fully loomed?
If I'm not mistaken, it's 4,200 now with all the price changes and increases. No,
44.90.
Yeah. Not those tariffs kicking in.
Very cool watch.
Yeah, this is awesome. All right, sorry. Derailed there.
Even at 44.90, I always saw a lot of value in Doxa.
Yeah, and you're getting a cost certified movement, full loom dial, the forged carbon. I mean, it's a more expensive material to use. It also kind of goes towards, I think it was Nate's question earlier about other materials. You know, this is a perfect example. It's a $4,500 watch, but it's not selling every single day per se. You know, it's kind of getting to the height of where the Doxa consumer is really comfortable spending.
And a $5 super chat from Brody, which talks about this watch we're looking at now. Please talk about the case construction of the 300T carbon.
Okay, Brody, can I get something more specific that you're looking to know about it? It's forged carbon. Thanks to some customer, I know there's a little bit of silicone in our carbon.
Basically,
Brody's also reminding people to upvote freeloaders.
as
Brody, you don't have to clarify your comment with another super chat. Just put it in regular chat. We'll see it.
Some people will reinforce their carbon cases with titanium.
Yeah, titanium
right?
in our
or
case.
or steel or something like that. So I guess that's what he actually jumped in the comments and said,
Yeah, he said titanium inner case. So yes, there's a titanium inner case, and the case back, if you don't mind to pull that up for me, Blake, is full titanium, not actually forged carbon. So that's, again, for diver safety. It's safer. Oh, it probably doesn't have the case back shot, I guess. But that's for diver safety, and it obviously creates more structural integrity.
As a resident chemist, the forged carbon is basically carbon particles blended with polymers, suspended in a polymer matrix.
Now, is that 3D printed like the Coulson edition Oris, or is that just?
It doesn't have to be, no.
Okay.
I doubt that it is in this case. No, I don't think that that's the case, but I couldn't say with extreme certainty that it's. I'm 99% sure it's not printed. I've never heard that, but.
Yeah.
So we'll do the 300 beta.
Cool. And in the meantime, Panerai has a P day. Does Doxa community have a D or Doxa day? So the answer to that is our kind of Doxa day ends up being Clive Cussler's birthday every year. So 7/15/1931 has kind of become like our day. It's also situated nicely in the middle of summer. It kind of gives us some space from other brands that are celebrating anniversaries, but that's kind of the only thing that we do in that sort of way, other than doing like a Doxa day and authorized dealers and things of that nature. So the sub 300 beta, it is my favorite watch. Obviously, I was wearing this one earlier today, but I did an interview in it, so I wanted to give us something different. So the beta, it has new hands now. What do we think of the new hands, everybody?
Huh. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Make that. Can you make that bigger? There you go. There you go. Oh,
It's the army hands.
yeah.
So, yep, it's the army hand. So if you want to make me big, I'll hold up my beta so that maybe we can get old hands on.
When did you replace the hands?
A few months ago.
I never noticed that.
So you see the old hands are more like typical Doxa hands, skinnier, more streamlined.
Yeah.
So we'll have to have a vote on what do we think, old or new beta hands?
Old
I don't know. I
for
kind
me.
of like the new, tell you the truth.
I felt like the hands is what made the army kind of unique. And however, I do like the hands, I feel like that's what kind of separated the army from the rest of the collection.
Yeah, I agree with you, Blake. I love those hands on the army, but on the beta, for me, it was all day, every day, the more streamlined hands. But, you know, the feedback in all the forums where, you know, the keyboard warriors love to hang out was that the hour hand was impossible to see, which I think is ridiculous. I mean, you guys were even able to see it on the video as I held it up. But nonetheless, once in a blue moon, Jan feels like pandering to what people say. And this was one of those times where he wanted to show the public how much Doxa listens. So we quietly released new hands.
He fed the trolls.
Was there a Pittsburgh Steeler edition? Was there a black and gold one?
Yeah, the black.
Ah, there we go.
Mhm.
All right.
Diving star. All right, we will do next the beta
Get
shark
to the
hunter.
cufflinks.
The cufflinks.
The cufflinks.
The cufflinks are the most underrated Doxa. What do we
Accessory.
Accessory. Thank you. Yeah. It's
Yes,
getting too late
and-
for my dad. So the
Yes,
fun
and,
thing about
and
the cufflinks,
Nate dives in French cuffs, so you know this is very important. to him.
I mean, I don't
Make sure that
dive
the barrel
without
is
wearing-
long enough so that I can put it through the cuff of my wetsuit.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't dive without cufflinks on my wetsuit. We have a full set. It's actually a
Never
safety.
know. You never know who you run into.
Yeah,
It's very
exactly.
true.
Got to be professional while I'm diving.
No, these are absolute quality. I've switched from the orange to the blue at about 200 meters under the water. It's very easy to do with gloves.
Especially with how small the little dials are. So the fun thing with the cufflinks is that you can twist in and out all the dials. So you can buy them either as a single colorway like you saw on the website or this full box set, and you're able to twist the little dials out and twist in whichever color you want to wear that day. You know.
Nice.
Will these be released in platinum for my birthday this year?
Oh, 150% and all
Thank you.
iced out. Full
Just
diamond.
want to make sure. Perfect.
Do you want to talk about the Beta Shark Hunter?
We'll just show it up there because that might be. I don't know what my favorite Doxa is because I have like favorites in different categories. But this is definitely my normal everyday wear. Anyone who's ever met me at any of the shows, I always have this watch on. I absolutely love it. Ceramic and 18 karat gold. It's a great weight watch. It's not lightweight, but it still has a heft to it. I'm more of like a stealth mode type of character, so I love that it's all blacked out with the gold. So there's still this hint of luxury, but it's not in your face. And again, I feel safe to wear it pretty much anywhere in the world. So that's a really cool piece with a cost certified movement. I do love this piece.
What's the difference between the two variants?
One's got a date window. Fun fact: they're the same price, but you can see this one's got a little hit of gold, right? So you're getting a little piece of free gold Doxa right there if you look at it.
Yeah.
And One Pasher loves the cufflinks as well. $5 super chat. Thank you so much, sir.
Cool.
We have you in the race as well.
Sean is a gentleman and a scholar, so for him to say that he likes them it's a good thing.
Oh, good.
I know you're going to talk a lot about this one because this is like one of your favorites, right? 600.
Nate doesn't love it.
Oh no, I'm still focusing on the one with the gold at the moment. I had it on my other screen.
He's shopping. He's
shopping. He does this every week. He shops.
Okay, well, there's one gold piece left, Nate. So you let me know, and I'll box that up and get it to you.
Wait. You're talking about the full gold?
Yeah, there's only one left out of the 13 pieces.
On rubber or the bracelet?
Whichever one you want.
We'll talk after the show.
On bracelet,
dang.
you're getting 310 grams of gold. On rubber, I think you're like losing, I think it's like 170 grams of the gold or something like that. Or maybe I have those facts backwards, but
I don't understand this concept of losing 170 grams of gold.
So you want the full gold?
I kind of do.
Nate is a jump set client. Yes, he wants all the gold.
I've got you. You're actually the watch. What I can sell it to you for right now is that it's worth more in gold than what Jan would be willing to sell.
You said his magical words right there.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me get the box.
Listen, I know what I'm doing. Just get
Jackie,
that honey.
Jackie, stick around after the stream, and he will buy the watch from you.
Cool. Can't wait. Has Doxa done bronze? We
keep those super chats coming.
And he's not kidding.
I'm not kidding either. When it comes to money, honey, I'm not playing. You think I stay up until 10:09 talking to a bunch of people on the internet to not make the money? That's why I'm here. I was hoping Nate was going to show up.
Oh,
yeah. You see, as Jackie said on Dee's live stream the other day, money is her love language.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a bad look. It really is not.
It was. I know it wasn't
funny, but you know,
I thought it was funny myself. I thought it was hysterical.
But money is not my love language, but it is in a way. It does motivate me. That's for sure.
After 26 years of practicing law, I can honestly say it is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doxa owners get photographed, Rolex owners get robbed, IWC owners get left alone. Thank you, George. $5 from George.
Of the dozens
of
watches I've owned in my life, I've only ever owned 2 IWCs.
You know, the thing with George is he could probably buy. George could buy IWC for the amount of money he spent on super chats.
But he won't.
JJ's going to buy a full gold Portuguese or perpetual calendar with the
with all the super chats. Yeah.
He's going to get it engraved with George's name.
So let's talk about the 600T and let's do some unboxings after that.
I'm a big fan of this one.
Agreed. So 600T. This is my quote unquote youngest style watch. So this one came out in the 80s, which is why it's a little bit more boxy than the rest of the Doxas. This one has the full stainless steel bezel or an option for a ceramic inlay bezel. And fun fact about the sub 600T, which I'm going to look like a liar in a few minutes, but I swear that I'm not. It only comes on stainless steel and NATO strap. It used to come on rubber. But we discontinued the rubbers in the summer of 24. So those do not exist anymore. But if you're dying for a 600T rubber, you know who to contact. And if I have one, I'll make it happen for you. But we only have like 5 units left of a couple of the colorways. I prefer the 600T on rubber. It's my favorite way to wear it. I have a Caribbean with a Caribbean ceramic inlay. But then I also have my aquamarine on bracelet. But for me, the rubber is always the most comfortable wear. And I'm not a NATO fan, so shoot me. But I also don't like IWC, so I guess I'm okay on this show.
Yeah, you're fine with George anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine with George. And I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm just winning everyone all the way around as usual.
That's right. That's right.
We have to just for 2 seconds, I gotta derail because this is a beauty.
Oh yeah, super cool. So this is the aqualung piece that we were talking about. It's kind of our last second ditched effort to bring somehow Jacques Cousteau back to life. But the sad thing is that we couldn't talk about him at all in the launch. We couldn't show his image or anything like that. It just had to stay strictly about aqualung. Oh, you can kind of see the titanium case back on that one. So you can see it's a different material than the forged carbon for whoever had that question about the
Brody.
Brody, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So do you want to keep going through or do you do the unboxing?
No, let's do the
some
unboxing. Let's make it Christmas morning in here.
Mitch, you want to step up?
All right.
So let me put Mitch into the now my StreamYard wants to reset. So now we'll put Mitch into the position, maybe.
There we go.
There we go. So this is kind of funny, and I'll let everybody know. So Mitch actually had this watch 2 weeks ago, and you were going to unbox it last week. And we said, hey, man, you might want to hold off on unboxing that watch for another week. And you're about to find out why.
By now it should be obvious. Yes. It is, in fact. Surprise, surprise.
But he had already bought the watch long before we knew Jackie was going to be on the show, which is we want to get across to everybody.
I personally am a big fan of this packaging because it's practical. I have watches like Piguets and what have you that come in these 86-pound wooden
a trunk. Yeah.
So at any rate, I went with something a little different. The 300T on the sea emerald on a Nato.
Beautiful.
Extremely well finished. Keeps great time, even though it's not COSC certified.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that dial is gorgeous. I think John P. bought something similar with the emerald green dial. That dial's beautiful.
Yeah. And I love on the 300T, it has the gold hands and indices. I mean, they're not actual gold, but gold look gold-esque, let's call it. So with the sub 200, you're getting silver hands and silver indices. And I really feel like the gold indices just pop on that sea emerald green. They're stunning. And I also love the sea emerald green with the 250T GMT with the black and white. It's a really cool stark contrast, but for me, that gold is fantastic. So congratulations and thank you so much for supporting the brand. I'm super, super thrilled and honored that you bought that watch.
Yes.
And you'll have to let us know how it feels because apparently Matthew McConaughey says the 300T isn't comfortable.
It's fine for me. For my next Doxa, I will undoubtedly be one of the carbon versions because I have, as these folks know, a sub-collection of carbon-based watches. And so carbon with the orange dial would fit well.
So there you go.
I love it.
$5 super chat from one passer. A hug for you, Mark, because the chat's been so tough on you.
Thank
tonight.
you, Sean.
The chat hasn't been tough on him. George has been tough on him.
Yeah, speaking of George, there's another 5 from George. The most beautiful phrase I've heard this evening. I don't own IWC. There you go. Thank you so much, George.
If Doxa were to take its next leather strap, make the upholstery from a Lincoln Navigator or whatever, then send it to Matthew McConaughey.
There you go.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah, he would say it's all right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
By the way, George, would you please show me on the doll where the IWC hurt you? Please.
Oh my good Lord.
He said everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah. So our next unboxing comes to us from our friend Blake. Excuse me. Damn, allergies are killing me tonight. So, Blake, I hear you have a watch to unbox as well.
Which Bell & Ross is it?
It's not a Bell & Ross. Sorry. But no. So I think a couple episodes back, I revealed my Christmas gift from Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So I don't know if I did do that, but when Jackie told me that these were going bye-bye,
It's a nice piece.
I felt like it was the opportunity. So
It's beautiful, right? I love that one. My first Doxa was the Seagraph 2 in Diving Star.
yeah, I love it. I'm glad I got the rubber too, because like all the Doxas I have the bracelets, and so it's just nice to have something as well. So unboxing, story time. And so I've been like trying to scratch the itch, like get rid of some stuff I don't wear. And I saw somebody post this up, and there was not getting a lot of bites. So I was like, tried to slip in, see if I could do a trade deal, and not sanctioned by Jackie.
I have that same case.
Yeah, you do. I actually went with the all white.
Ooh.
Nice.
600T
Yeah.
on and that was something that appealed to me. So like knowing that they don't sell them on the rubber anymore, this thing is just a beast. This clasp and this rubber. Look how big this freaking rubber strap is. But
So Jackie, is that the old class?
So that is not the old class. So that would be considered a modern class by Doxa standards, but it obviously looks very different than the other ones because of the way that the rubber is fed through, which I don't know why, but the design team one day after years of it being out on the market was just like, I hate how the rubber looks. It doesn't sit right and we're done with it. And we're all like, oh, okay. But I mean, I get it because it kind of has the layering, but you really, I mean, Blake can probably speak to it too. When I wear my 600T on rubber, I don't even notice that. Like, I don't feel like it's heavier. I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel like it's knocking into something. So I don't really know why it became such a hot topic, but it was. And so it's gone.
yeah, I like it. I like it.
That one fits like an Omega strap.
Yeah. And mine's got the ceramic inlay. So that was also very appealing to me.
Oh, nice.
And I need to
probably protects you
How-
from
How thick is it?
it's thick, but it's not like unwearably thick. I think it's like 16,
Nothing.
so.
No, it isn't. It's less than that.
like 15 or something.
I'm
I
out
thought
of.
it was like, was it 14.5 maybe?
Yeah, 14 fine sounds more right to me. I'm out of it's 14.15. I'm out of like wind up season. So like I have like all those stats really memorized for like 3 to 6 months of the year when I'm really into it, but I haven't had to do anything in a month and a half as far as events. So some stats have left me, but yes, 14.15 millimeters. It does sit a little bit high off the wrist, but I feel like it doesn't wobble and it stays in place, which makes it still comfortable.
When Thomas asks, you got to try it on.
Yes.
So
That
it's
looks
not,
really good.
yeah, it wears really well. It doesn't wear too tight, which I appreciate. And it sits well. Loom is good. Unfortunately, it does not have the all loom bezel, but you get your cardinal marker, and then you get your indices in your hands.
Nice.
So
I want to say good evening to my best friend ever since high school. John Wiegand is tuned in tonight. John, good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
a couple people. Our theft has the same watch.
Yeah, there you go. And our fearless leader, JJ, is in. If you're enjoying tonight's live stream, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a member to gain access to our exclusive WhatsApp group. Absolutely. And if you become a member tonight, you also get into tonight's race as well. And yes, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe so you know when we, excuse me, have future streams coming up. But we do normally stream every Friday, Sunday, and then you get this crew on Tuesday night. And we try to come up with some good guests like Jackie. And when we don't have guests on, we just talk stupid crap amongst ourselves.
If you buy a Doxa, you get a floaty too.
Yeah.
Because this floats.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
floats and it's water resistant. It floats better apparently in salt water than fresh water. And there's you can put your watch and like maybe your cell phone in it. Obviously, if you put too much in it, then it's going to capsize it. So yeah, I like to say that it's a nice, expensive beach bag for the summer. You know?
A lot of space in there, surprisingly. You could put a couple cell phones in there,
Yeah.
So
Very cool. Now, we do have other unboxings to do. But again, we want to remind you, if you're new here, please subscribe if you're not already. And click the notification bell so you know when we're live. And then all the other stuff, you know how to get into the race. We'll pick one for free at the end. But we have, I guess it's time for mega unboxings.
No.
Oh, look, Lucha Bedic's a new member.
I
You're a new
upgraded.
member, Bert?
Well, I
You
upgraded.
upgraded. I was going to say, I thought you were already a member, but there you go. So
He's
he
upgrading to
upgraded.
silver. That's only $99.99 a month. It's the
That's
best
right.
$100 you'll ever spend. It's not really $100.
No, I'm silver, and it's not $100 because I couldn't pay $100 to anybody right now. I got a set of 4 brand new tires this weekend, so I got no money, baby. I could have bought a Doxa for what I spent on those tires.
Fair.
So Nate, I hear
Hi.
you. I hear you have some unboxings for us.
Yeah,
And-
a couple. All of which I think Jen know about because she is the enabler and usually the person that causes me to spend a fair amount of my money. So thanks as
all
always,
of which will be
Jen.
sold after this show, so you can buy the solid gold Doxa. But anyway,
That may need to happen. So
You can actually just go ahead and pay for little comments and we'll start the auction now.
that's perfect. Yes, absolutely. So I was watching, for some strange reason, the YouTube algorithm gives me odd and interesting watch videos to watch at a couple at various times, usually at around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, where my purchasing willpower is not particularly good. So I keep seeing all of these tourbillons from our friends in the Far East. And I have always been interested to see what can come out of Asia in a tourbillon for less than any other watch that you could buy, including $50 ones on Amazon. And they arrived today. One of them arrived today, and I figured that I would unbox this very quickly and then get to the real one. So this is a random company.
oh, Merkur, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And I decided that I was going to get a tourbillon
Yeah.
with a fired stone dial and white. I won't say that it's enamel. I will say that it's something. And probably one of the nicest skeletonized movements I've seen at any price. And
Wow.
given some of the nonsense that's in my collection, the at any price I think actually means something. But honestly, I threw this thing on a time grapher when I got it earlier today, and wound it for the first time, and it is running at exactly 1 second off per day, with over 300 degrees of amplitude and no beat error. So I don't know whether this is going to last for a day, a week, a month, or forever. And by the way, that is just an amazing movement. I don't
Yeah.
know if everybody can see that well, but
Yeah.
I'm just honestly shocked that this is what $300 can now buy you. We talked about, Doxa being an amazing value at the $1,000 price point, and it absolutely is. But the democratization of complicated watches just continues, and I think that it's only good for the watch market and the industry and our collector mentality, to be able to get these. There's another one that they sent me that I'm still putzing around with right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, sorry, it's upside down.
Oh, I was about to say I like it like that.
Yeah. And again, tourbillon movement. It's got a flying tourbillon, and this one is a fired titanium dial that gives you this kind of texture.
Huh.
For $300, you can wind up with some pretty interesting watchmaking.
Yeah.
So I give them mad props for doing this, and I wish YouTube would stop sending me things to spend money on.
Yes.
at
That's
various
my
times.
job.
Yeah, that's right. That's Jen's job. But again, look at this movement. I've seen watches for 100 times more expensive than this that do not give you as nice of a finished movement as this. It's kind of
Yeah.
bizarre. So mad props to the folks over at McCurr. I'll do a follow-up to see whether any of these things are still running in about another week or two.
So
But that's where we're
Lucha
going with this.
Bedic reminds you, if you are a member, that you get a free member chat every month. That also gets you into the race. And we want to thank Roy Jr. for his $5 super chat. Awesome show. Doxa is such a great brand. We all agree.
Yeah,
Roy?
I feel bad that I'm not unboxing a Doxa, but I do have another one to unbox.
Well,
Well,
you
give
know
you a
what?
couple of. We'll give
It'll
you a
be next
couple of
week.
I'll
Maybe
make you
next
a
week.
deal. You buy that gold Doxa, and I will come back on for another unboxing. How about that?
Whoa.
There
We'll
you
see
go.
everyone in
I
one
will
month.
drive down to Miami shortly to pick it up.
No, you only have to drive to Boca.
Oh, okay, even better. That's
The
15
office
minutes
is in
away.
Boca, so we can meet there and do an unboxing and
Absolutely.
Here you go,
on your way
Nate.
with your
Nate-
all gold keys.
Nate's trying to work on his watch Instagram presence and film some
Not
content.
remotely. Yeah.
So Madman, member for 41 months. Well, I'm sold. Definitely going to pick up a Doxa diver. Enjoyed today's stream discussion. Madman, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yay.
All right. Go
So
ahead,
final
sir. Sorry
final
about that.
unboxing of the evening. I used to have one of these in my collection for a while, and it's disappeared as a brand for a good long while. And this is continuing. This was ordered in 2025, so I have not broken my New Year's resolution of not putting any new money into watches yet. And it is from one of my favorite brands.
Ooh.
JLC.
So
Blake took me into the store in Vegas, and I might have a JLC still on my mind.
they are some amazing watches. I wound up picking this off of eBay from a Japanese seller in late December. Again, this was a 2025 purchase. It just arrived in 2026. And for some strange reason, no customs duties other than about $60 were owed on it. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, you didn't mess around, did you?
I did not mess around.
Beautiful.
It did come because of CITES treaties on the world's ugliest fake alligator strap. So it has already been swapped out. I went to the JLC boutique in Palm Beach last weekend and picked up a new strap for for this one. It is,
Ooh.
if I can get a good,
I have that same strap, that burgundy,
the
Casa
burgundy
Fagliano.
Casa Fagliano. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely great strap. Came on nice JLC pin buckle. And so this one has the date at 12 and a running seconds, and the party trick is a duo.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So this was the official last pickup of 2025, and there will be no watches purchased until after the show.
Yeah, until after the show.
Until
That's
after
right.
the show.
Until
That's right.
immediately after the show. And unfortunately, that JLC is going back onto eBay and will be sold this evening.
Absolutely not. This one's sticking around for a while.
No, he can sell 6 of his Cartier Santos and he'll be fine.
I don't want to sell 6 of my Cartier Santos. I'll only have 4 left then.
Oh, well, damn it. So what a way to end the show. We're going to do the race here real quick. Let me get that set up.
We actually
go
had
ahead.
We had a couple
ahead.
more questions that we can run through for Jacque.
If you just want to ask them while I set up the race, go ahead.
Doxa came out with a 750T last year as a new base model. 1500T and Chrono are going out. Will there be a new base model released this year?
We're not trying to get more secrets about what's coming out. So I will tell you that this year there are 2 new cases coming out that will be full line collection. We will also have, I believe it's 4, somewhere between 4 and 6 new colors, never done before.
Wow.
So something to look forward to. We should be launching both of those novelties that I'm discussing in Watches and Wonders. So join me on Instagram, follow me, whatever, join my short list of emails, and you'll be the first one to know and see the newness as I'm able to release it to you.
There's a couple more comments here that I really like, or I think we should highlight. Oscar said, Doxa isn't about hype, it's about purpose and history. Proud to be a Doxinator. Solid content.
Oscar is so great. Thank you, Oscar, for joining the show. He bought his first Doxa in October at Wind Up, and we couldn't decide between the 600T and the sub 200. I tried to tell him, screw it, take both, but he went sub 200, which was a good first watch, and his wife even approved of the all orange watch. So we had double win in that family. So thank you, Oscar, for joining and for being one of the best parts of Doxa.
John D says, great to see the Doxa rep on the stream answering questions.
I love doing this. Thanks, John. Have me anytime.
So I have one other actual serious question. So I was at Wind Up and Watch Time this year. I was wondering how was your Wind Up experience in that venue, and were you there for the whole weekend? How'd you find the crowd, and any other thoughts you had on that particular fair?
Yeah, so it was very interesting, that Wind Up for me, when only comparing the New York show. So New York 24 versus New York 25, we were in a little bit of a different space. So they opened up kind of this whole room that used to be kind of like our back room, or like kind of our lunch room type of thing. So the public didn't know about it last year. So I don't know that everyone knew that we were there. I feel like a lot of people went downstairs looking for us in the corner that we were in last year with Analog Shift on the first floor. So I had a lot of feedback that it took people like over 30 minutes, like several people told me that, to find Doxa. So that was a little like disappointing, and a little bit frustrating. I do think because of the extra space, and the extra brands that were at the show, I saw a lot less foot traffic than I did in 2024. I think that there was just, at some point, I think what Wind Up, and I think what the people who go to Wind Up, what I keep hearing from them is, when does it become too much? You know, is 150 to 170 brands too much for someone to digest, even in a 3-day weekend? Because, you know, we're there from Friday to Sunday. We're doing, you know, whatever it is, 6-8 hour days that opens to the public. I think actually maybe it's 5-6 hour days opens to the public. But as vendors, we're there an hour or two before opening. We're doing press, you know, we're on it all day long. So I did notice that I feel like I don't know. I just felt different at that wind up. I'm used to having like a 20-minute long line of people. They can't wait to see Doxa, experience Doxa. So I think a lot of people have experienced it, and maybe that's part of why I'm also seeing a little less foot traffic. But I do notice that people seem fatigued after seeing so many brands and so many conversations.
And the other thing, which if you weren't outside, you wouldn't know, on both of the main days of the show, there was at various times an hour plus wait to even get into the
Right.
building. My only feeling after having experienced Watch Time and Wind Up New York is I know that they don't want to charge an entrance fee. But even if you charge $10 for tickets or something like that, or had timed entry or things along that line, you would, I think it'd probably get rid of some of that fatigue, because you're not waiting for an hour just to get in, and then to the crowds and being able to move through. I know that I was able to find Doxa while I was there,
Good.
but I just know that it was a challenge getting through that particular venue.
We also got a question from C. Jackson. Will Doxa ever sell the wall clock?
Well, you know what, Mr. Jackson? I'll let you on to I'll give you a little hint tonight. We are potentially going to sell a wall clock. It's not the one that you want or that you've seen, but we might have something in the works. We might have heard all of the feedback about the wall clocks and how enthusiastic people are about them. So stay tuned on that one.
Final
Very
question.
Cool. Very cool.
Do I want
Hang
the
on,
300?
Blake, just 1 second. Hang on. Let me catch up on the super chats, and then you can do that. Silicon Hairspring member for 29 months. Throw me in the race.
Awesome.
You are in, sir. Thank you for joining tonight, Jackie. And we get $5 from Anteater. Good show tonight. Thank you, sir. You are also in the race. Go ahead, Blake.
Sorry, I thought you were still working on the race. Scotty asks, 300 or 300T?
For like me personally, which one would I go after?
I think he's talking about him.
Oh, which one should he buy? Well, obviously the sub 300 because it's more expensive. So 150% all day, go for the sub 300. But if you're asking what my favorite one is, it's the sub 300T. I like the flat sapphire crystal. I'm more of a minimalistic, streamlined girl.
I think that's it. I think we're caught up.
Cool.
All right. So let's bring in the race. Somebody tell me who our free entry is tonight. Don't everybody talk at once, please.
Let me find this person.
Can we take George out?
No.
Throw Oscar J. Cordova in.
Yeah.
And then there was.
All right.
What about Jackie's mom?
Oh my God.
That's right.
Is my mom still on?
Oh yeah. What?
I don't know.
What's her name? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Karen.
Karen.
Boss
there
man,
you go.
Boss man said, please give to Easy E 2 entries to Easy E tonight. Race for me. Please give to Easy E. Please give Easy E 2 entries to tonight's race for me. Sorry.
Who said that?
JJ.
Boss man, JJ.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And then there was
That's
one.
because he forgot to put Easy E in a race the other night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can we change George's name to IWC George?
Oh my God, please. Oh my God.
No, we do better than that.
Portofino George.
I think that's pretty
Scotty
much.
just put in a $5 super chat as well.
Just
with
tell
a
me the
super
name.
sticker.
Scotty H1968.
Scotty H, you are in. We will set it at 44 seconds. Shuffle the characters, turn off all of that mess, and away we go. Everybody is even. Fantastic. Who needs 2 vocal cords, right?
I've never wanted George to win a race so badly in my life.
I'm rooting for Jackie's mom. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. Come on, Karen.
Oh.
Well, and
we
she's
got
from
Watch Hangout.
Louisville. That would be wrong if she didn't win the horse.
She got the
race.
sea
Here
biscuit.
comes
Yeah,
this.
we got
Here comes the slingshot.
Brody. Yeah, somebody's going to slingshot
Oh.
out. Oh my goodness. No, it's gonna be, I think it's going to be Thomas Burnett or Easy E, one or the other.
Is it going to be
Let's see.
George?
Thomas
Nope.
Burnett.
Thomas.
Darn. All right. Well, good for you, Thomas, but no Karen tonight. Sorry, Karen. But that's okay because your daughter's going to send you the watch you want.
There you go.
And the watches she doesn't even know she needs or wants.
Exactly.
And both straps.
Yes, exactly.
That's right. So we're all winners in life.
Except
Exactly.
George.
I want to thank Jackie. Thank you so much. It's
Oh
been
my God.
wonderful having you on.
Yes, thank you.
George, thank you so much for all the super chats. Yeah. Mark, Yiddish, Mitch, Blake, Jen, we'll see you guys next week. And until then, wear your watches and buy a Doxa.